The pair's short program continues here at the NHK Trophy in Kumamoto, Japan. On the ice right now from Russia, Yulia Obertas and Alexei Sokolov.
She's a lovely pair skater. Her movement across the ice is beautiful with every position that she hits, but it really does come down to the required elements here. The opening split double twist, and nicely done. Oh, they got through, but there was a difference in the way they rotated. He took off earlier than her.
This team's been together since the summer of 2000. They had to sit out a year, though, because they were a new team coming together. ISU rules. They decided to represent Russia. Yulia is from Ukraine originally.
Beautiful. In terms of the speed coming out of that throw, that's the key to a good throw, is to exit with the same speed out of the jump that you took off. It's really nice to see that. Watch her extension right here. Wow, they took advantage of the great opportunity that has been presented to them. They are skating down in the order for the short program, so their scores could be pretty good because they really didn't have any mistakes.
Well, they trained in the same rink as Petrova and Tikhonov. Here they are competing against them. Yulia Obertas, Alexei Sokolov from Russia.
The side-by-side triple toe loops are the difficult jumps that they have chosen. But watch how he actually picks in before her and she picks in afterwards. Unequal rotation there in terms of when they took off, but no deduction. And right here, beautiful throw, triple loop. Great coverage across the ice.
Every time I see her, I'm reminded of her and her former partner, Dmitry Palamarchuk, in 2000 at the World Championships in Nice. That crash and him being walked off the ice. They slap his face trying to revive him. It's a nightmare. Required element marks 5.1 to 5.5.
And look at these scores, up to 5.5. They have done very well, and again, skating down in the order.
And we welcome you back to Kumamoto, Japan, way down south here on the island of Kyushu, long way from Tokyo. The NHK Trophy is underway, the 6th and final event in the ISU Grand Prix of figure skating. Skaters still trying to make it to the Grand Prix final. Terry Gannon back with Peter Carruthers. The Grand Prix standings for the men as they're on the ice warming up for their short program. 3 spots already secure. Yagudin Plashenko, Timothy Gable of the U.S. 3 spots available. A number of skaters here trying to get those spots, including Ivan Dinev of Bulgaria, Anthony Liu of Australia, and Peter, the man who is back home in Japan, Takeshi Honda who has yet to go to the Grand Prix final. There's a lot on the line for him here.
And it's important. Takeshi really needs to skate well here because the Japanese Federation has told him that if he makes it to the Grand Prix final, he'll be named to the Olympic team. Now, if he doesn't make it, he'll have to come back to qualify at the Japanese Nationals in between now and the Olympics. He trains in Canada, and with his inconsistency, I think he needs to be in one place to prepare for the Olympic Games. So for strategy reasons, he wants to turn in a good performance. Zhang.
Takeshi will be the second man to take the ice here in this short program. The first out there represents China, Zhang. 4 points so far in the Grand Prix, so he's still alive to try to make the Grand Prix final, but he would have to do a lot here. Even a win wouldn't guarantee it. "25 years of age, from Qiqihar, China. He lives and trains in Beijing now. Came in 15th at the World Championships in Vancouver last season.
Always the forward edge takeoff for the triple axel. Up high in the air. This is his most difficult element, the quadruple toe loop, triple toe. And right there, a hard fall on the first jump. Started to lean in the air. Had no chance for the landing.
When you fall on this ice, you can hear it all over the arena. There's a pool underneath, and boy, it makes a sound. Does it make a difference for the skaters? A huge
thud. Actually, the Japanese skaters are used to it, but people that come from different countries, they definitely notice it. Even when you land a jump and it's fine, there's a big boom.
Zhang has been on the scene for some time. Last year in Vancouver, it was his second trip to the World Championships. His first was all the way back in '94 when he came in 17th in the qualifying round, didn't make it to the short program. But he did win the Chinese National Championship in '94. This past season, he came in second. Program for the men, 2 minutes 40 seconds in length, with 1/3 of the overall score.
They have to do a minimum of 8 revolutions on the flying spin. That's a flying camel. Believe me, the judges count every revolution within these spins. If they fall short, they'll deduct for it.
A little bit off at the end.
A little off at the end and way off at the beginning. Very hard fall on his quad attempt.
Tough start for Zhang of China here in the short program.
You can always tell the axle, whether it's a single, double, or triple, by the forward takeoff. He's leaning a little bit there, but his strength pulls off a nice landing. And here's the quadruple attempt. He's got great power as he gets up into the air, but you can't just have power. You have to have good technique. Look at him start to lean. And once there's that much of a lean in the air, it makes it almost impossible to land. In a big crash, the left leg doesn't come back. Tough start for him.
And there's a look at the panel of judges. There were 7 for the pairs, but there are 9 for the men here at the NHK Trophy. And, of course, there are 8 required elements in the short program. The quad is always an important element. You don't have to try it, but at this level, it's tough not to, Peter.
And the deductions for the quad are huge. If you fall, 4/10 of a point. So these men really looking to hit these jumps with perfection.
And there'll be 2 sets of marks, as always, as Min Zhang sits next to his coach, Ning Li, who he's been with since he was 6 years old. First set for required elements, 4.8 to 5.0.
And that mandatory deduction showing right up here in the first mark.
Well, those are lower than you normally see for Min Zhang. Presentation marks, 5.2s and 5.3s. Disappointing showing for Min Zhang of China in the short program.
Takeshi Honda.
Meanwhile, the men's short program continues here at the NHK Trophy. And Takeshi Honda takes the ice. We've talked about it already. So much at stake for Honda here. Not only a trip to the Grand Prix final, but if he's able to do that, he goes straight to the Olympics. So far, a silver medal in the Grand Prix. That was at Skate America. So Takeshi's got 9 points. He looks good, well situated in terms of the final coming in here.
But what he's really looking for is to hit this opening quadruple toe loop, triple toe right here. First, oh, nice.
Great start.
Very confident.
He's had a bad right ankle that's really been a chronic problem since 1995. Bothered him at Nations Cup where he came in 5th in Germany.
Oh, and then a mistake like that on the triple axel. That was very strange. He was so good on his quad triple, and then something that should be very easy for him to do, and he falters. Break in concentration there.
Four-time and reigning national champion of Japan, living and training in Ontario these days. He was the youngest Japanese champion ever when he was 14 years old.
But it's really important that he hits this jump, triple Lutz, and he gets it back there. Does not need any more deductions. He's a very musical skater, interprets the music very well. He's got good feet on the footwork, fast, quick changes of position, of direction. A triple axel is hard to do, but for Takeshi Honda, after landing that quad toe, triple toe, I thought for sure he'd hit the triple axel, but to my surprise, he had that fall, and now looks at a 4/10 deduction on the first mark. And here it is, the opening quadruple toe loop. He gets great height on this. Arms nice and tight to start that rotation, then low knee bend going up into the triple toe loop, very strong. And I thought that this energy was going to carry through, but this is really impressive. The spread eagle going into the triple axel, but the jump really fell off right here as he hits the ice. The leg doesn't come back to stop the rotation. He has a fall. Disappointment. Here are the steps going right up into the triple Lutz. Nice right there. He did get it back after the fall.
Takeshi's from Fukushima, Japan, on the main island. North of here, about 2 hours from Tokyo. His dad is here to watch him. In Kumamoto, there's his coach, Doug Lee. Required elements, 5.1 to 5.4.
He's really a well-balanced skater, but with this mistake, it's definitely showing up on the first mark.
That 5.1 was from the Japanese judge, as a matter of fact. That's a surprise. Presentation marks 5.6 up to 5.8.
And you know, had he hit that jump, he would be seeing scores like this on the first mark. Very solid.
Maybe not what he hoped for, but Takeshi Honda does have the lead. When we come back, it's the 19-year-old from Canada, Jeffrey Buttle. Will take the ice as the men's short program continues here in Japan.
Representing Canada, Jeffrey Buttle.
Taking the ice right now, a man who is in his first event, the Senior Grand Prix circuit. From Canada, Jeffrey Buttle, only 19 years of age, trains in Ontario. He is from Smooth Rock Falls, Ontario. Jeffrey Buttle is a student at the University of Toronto studying chemical engineering. Came in 7th at the Junior World Championships last season.
Oh, really rough on the landing there. It's so important to remember that when the jump starts to rotate, the only way you can stop it is with the arms and the leg coming out to end the rotation. And if you delay that too much, you hit the ice spinning. And that's what happened there.
And as you taught me in a bar in Paris, it's all about the arms. Right? Opening up
and the leg.
Closing.
Remember that free leg that's off the ice. That also stops the rotation. Using his full body with his footwork.
Got to be pleased with that.
I think he's got some good potential there. Good foundation to his skating. Is in between skating, that is in between the jumps and the spins. It's very solid, and I was impressed with his footwork section.
Had to have some nerves too. His first Grand Prix event at the senior level. Jeffrey Buttle from Canada.
This is his triple combination. 6 rotations in all. There's the first triple flip, followed up by a triple toe loop. Good start right there. And here's where he ran into trouble. Triple axel, 3.5 rotations, and he's just not ready for the landing, and he kind of ekes it out right there, and you don't see that flowing continuous edge.
Hi, Meg. How's it going?
Jeffrey Buttle.
Jeffrey Buttle having a great time here. Saying hello to everybody back at home watching on camera. Required element marks 4.6 to 5.3.
5-3.
Taking a hit for that struggle on the triple axle right there on the first mark for required elements.
And the second set for presentation, 5.0 up to 5.5. He's got to be pleased. That's a great showing in his first event. Jeffrey Buttle into second place ahead of Min Zhang of China, right behind Takeshi Honda.
5-5. Representing Japan, Yamato Tamura.
And remember, the ice dancers and the ladies still to come here with the short programs from NHK Trophy. But on the ice right now from Japan, Yamato Tamura, 22 years of age. He's now training in Tokyo. But here's a guy who could surprise some people here.
I think you're absolutely right. He could surprise because this is a good program. He addresses the artistic side of the sport, yet he has a lot of difficulty. And the difficulty starts right off the top. Setting up for his quadruple toe loop, triple toe. There's the first right there. Oh, does it? He pulls it off, you know. That was determination right there because he was a little slow landing the first jump, but vaulted right up for that triple toe loop. So quad triple toe completed.
Finished 17th in the world last year in Vancouver. He won the '98 Japanese title. Hasn't been able to capture it since. A couple of silver medals here in Japan and a bronze medal. He's got some experience.
Can do a double or a triple axel. Earlier he didn't only do a double axel, but that's okay because there's no deduction there.
Now, he's a wild card anytime he's in an event because he's got the talent, and we've seen him do it before. But, for example, earlier in the year in Paris at Trophy La Ligue, he came in 8th, so he only picked up 1 point and really has no chance to make it to the Grand Prix final. But he could keep some others from making it who are here in Japan.
Yamato Tamura turns in a strong performance in the short program.
He's looking around as if to say, hey, how'd I do that?
I think he surprised himself, but I certainly do appreciate his artistic input that he puts into skating. It's really nice to see.
22-year-old Yamato Tamura.
And he absolutely powered through this quadruple toe, triple toe. He gets perfect elevation on this and bends way down on the knee, very determined, and he could accommodate that force because he was in a good position to land it. And then moving a little slow on the second jump, but still a big accomplishment for him. And there's the footwork leading up into this triple Lutz. They have to have steps preceding the triple jump, and that was a nice triple Lutz right there.
He's too excited to sit down in the kiss and cry area. Tamura still standing up. Looking at his marks, the first set, 5.2 to 5.5.
Well, when you hit the ground running, hitting all the 8 required elements, you see good scores, and that's what's happened here with the first set.
Now the second set for presentation, 5.3, the low mark, up to the 5.6 from the Japanese judge.
Couple of first place ordinals, one from the Chinese judge and the Japanese judge for him, so he's done very well here.
But mostly second place ordinals from the judges. Yamato Tamura, we said he could be a surprise. He has been so far. He's in second place right behind Takeshi Honda.
Dinev.
2 skaters from Japan atop the standings so far here in the men's short program. Takeshi Honda leads, Yamato Tamura surprisingly in second place, but Here's a guy who has a chance to make it to the Grand Prix final. Ivan Dinev from Bulgaria. 23 years of age from Sofia, Bulgaria. He's got 7 points so far in the Grand Prix. That was off of a bronze medal at Cup of Russia.
Nice triple axel, triple toe combination.
Skaters like Ivan Dinev had to come into this competition with new life because it took on a whole new look once Yevgeny Plushenko and Alexei Yagudin, who were scheduled to compete here, withdrew at the last minute. So theoretically, Plushenko and Yagudin would finish 1-2 either way, and the best you could hope for would be a third-place finish and pick up 7 points. But now, 12 points available at the top, 9 for second place, 7 for third, and guys like Dinev have a chance to make it to the final.
And that's what makes the Grand Prix interesting.
Yeah. Of course, guys like Todd Eldridge are sitting at home on the bubble right now with 16 points saying, I can't believe they withdrew. Eldridge can still make it, though. What do you think?
Pretty good performance for Dinev. He did not perform a quad in this program, but better to do a triple and not have a mistake than to do a quad and have a fall and take the deduction. So he's trying to use some strategy here. This is the triple flip jump. Right foot jabs in to get him up in the air, and he's got good rotation there. And a nice landing, continuous edge. That's just what the judges want to see. They don't want to see you struggling when you land the jump. And this is his triple axel, triple toe loop combination. There's the triple axel taking off forwards, followed up with a triple toe loop.
The marks for Ivan Dinev.
Now, as much as anything, he wants to get into the top 3 here so that going to the free skate, he can, as they say, control his own destiny. Required element marks, 4.8 to 5.5.
Again, doing that triple flip instead of a quadruple toe loop and falling, he sees scores that are pretty good for required elements.
And now for presentation, another wide range there, 5.1 all the way up to 5.7. One of the judges, one from Hungary, put him in first place.
Oh my gosh.
But overall, Dinev able to do what he set out to do. He is in the top 3s, in third place, right behind Yamato Tamura. So here are your standings after the men's short program. Takeshi Honda well on his way. He has the lead right now. Yamato Tamura, a bit of a surprise, from Japan in second, and Ivan Dinev rounding out the top 3. Anthony Liu from Australia